Hi, my name is Zach Day, and I'd like to talk a little bit about my experience as an intern with both JMU Athletic Facilities and with the Legends Sports League marketing team. So, the first internship I'd like to talk about was my internship with JMU Athletic Facilities. There wasn't a lot to do during the quarantine period, but I have been fortunate enough to work with the staff since November of 2018, and I'd like to elaborate more on those kinds of duties. Because I think it's more representative of what anyone who is going to seek that kind of internship would have to do. So a lot of what I did during the week was day-to-day upkeep, maintenance, court cleaning, making sure that the fields were painted and game ready, and just making sure everything was ready to be set up for games or events whenever they had to. The second part were I actually had to work games and events throughout the year. So I've worked football games, basketball games, lacrosse and soccer games, and I've even done a couple cross-country meets. And I wouldn't say they're easy hours, but being around sports and being able to just know that you're a factor in what happens, you make a difference. And like, the game cannot start without the work that the JMU Athletic Facilities staff does. We have to set up the fields, make sure the scoreboard's ready, make sure like the goals are in good shape. Pretty much anything that you see when you will get there, like on the field, that's the job of JMU Athletic Facilities to make sure that is taken care of. So it's a very important job. What I will say is there's not a lot of recognition in it, but overall I think it's one of the most beneficial things that a JMU student could do, because it really teaches you about another side of the industry that you would never really think of. You can see how a game is put on from the bottom up, and you're going to be able to work with not only the facility staff, but during games you'll have to work with the marketing staff, communication staff. Everything starts with the athletic facilities staff. So I was able to fortunately learn a lot about the way that games are put on. I became a much more independent thinker. My boss, Cody Cole, challenged me. Cody Cole is a facilities coordinator at Convocation Center, and he really challenged me to become more of an independent thinker and problem solver throughout my years. And it not only helps to know what you need to do and be able to think for yourself in the athletic facilities world, but also for anything else you're ever going to have to do. One of the biggest things that Cody said was my strength was my ability to just go and get something done. So if you're able to think for yourself, work independently, or at least be able to learn those things, then I would say this is like a really good internship for you. The second internship I'd like to talk about would be my internship with Legends Sports Leagues, which is a men's league in Northern Virginia. All of the work that I did was remote, but a lot of it was creating social media content, engaging with followers, engaging with people who are already in the league, taking pictures and posting them on the website. So it was a lot different than the JMU Athletic Facilities internship, obviously, because it was a completely different sector of like the sports world, like marketing as opposed to facilities. So I think me being able to combine those as internships throughout COVID, I'm very fortunate to have had them, and I feel like I really have gotten a greater understanding of the sports world. I think you can't go wrong with either facilities work or marketing work, but I definitely think that it's important to understand both aspects of them, because they're both very interrelated. I've learned a lot being able to work with both sides, and I definitely think that the lessons that I've learned will translate really well into life, because there's a lot of intangible things that you pick up when you do different things, and you have a lot of personal responsibilities. So that's all I really have to say about that. I would highly recommend working for JMU Athletic Facilities, especially. I had a really great experience there, and best of luck to all of you who watch this. Thank you.